Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Shop Adventure, my weekly excursion where I leave the homestead here at Athletic Geek HQ in search of a bounty of comics, collectibles, action figures, and all things in between. As far as what stood out from last week's pull list, Batman and the Max was a very, very interesting and very, very good read. The story of Batman finding the Max in like the streets, and then they go to Arkham, and they just Batman learning about the Outback and everything going on. It's really interesting so far. The first issue was very, very good, but we'll just have to see how things go. There's been lots of miniseries like this where the first issue was spectacular, and then it just tapers off as it goes forward, but I'm optimistic because this was really, really well done. If you still have the chance to go pick up issue 1 of this, I would highly advise you to do so. Green Lanterns was very good this last week. Cyborg Superman and Hal, and with kind of what they're leading to with another attack on Coast City, is very reminiscent of the 90s, but I still think it's kind of like a fresh take on it, so I enjoyed that a lot. Nightwing stood out. I don't know how I feel about it. I mentioned, when I picked up the book to show off the bounty last week, that they're going to be changing the status quo with Nightwing, and boy, are they ever. Like, they're really divulging into his past. I can't give too much away because it'd be way, way, way too many spoilers. But he's really doing away with his past. I don't even know if he's going to be Nightwing anymore, and I'm not particularly sure how I feel about it. He's shunning the help of Barbara. He's shunning Batman's help. He's kind of like gone off the deep end. He's almost like he's gambling. He's drinking a lot more. Dick is, and it's another layer of the character that I feel like maybe it's like the first part of a story that will be a very, very good story, and then will ultimately have a satisfying conclusion. Yeah, the status quo will change. Yeah, there'll be some different aspects and different layers added to Dick's character that I might enjoy. But if they just kind of keep this reckless I don't know if he's really reckless or what he is, or just if they keep him just as he is right now going forward, I don't think I'll like what they have done to Dick Grayson's character. But if they have a story arc where he's like this, and he resents his Nightwing past, he resents his past with Batman, and then he's kind of going off the deep end, and then it leads into a nice character arc to where good things happen, and he doesn't have to be the same when he comes out the other side, but he remembers who he is on the other side, and how he learned, and what he learns from this shapes him. It's going to be the first part in a great story. If it ends up just making Dick Grayson like completely different and against everything that made me a huge fan of Grayson to begin with, then I'm not so sure. So it's interesting, and it could lead to something very, very well done. It could lead to something that disgusts me. But we will see. Also in that book, they had like some flashbacks with Dick in his like early crime fighting days with Batman, and they're stopping the Scarecrow, and it was just really, really well done. Very, very interesting. That part of the book I really liked. We'll just have to see where this story goes forward. But that is it for right now. I will see you guys when I get back at the homestead with my bounty. Hello everyone, I am back here at the homestead at Athletic Geek HQ. Another short little pull list this week, but should still be an interesting one. We're not going to waste any more time and get right to it. Starting off with Avengers number 9 by Jason Aaron. Looks like I'm going to have Namor as part of this one, which is going to be kind of interesting. Been a fun little run. I kind of get, as I mentioned in a comment with some of the, my subscribers, it doesn't really have the oomph of a lot of past Avenger stories and a lot of other works by Jason Aaron, but it's still a fun little read for me, and I kind of get my Marvel fix, if you will. I get my fix of all these different Marvel characters I like in one book, so that's kind of, and it's still a good book, don't get me wrong. And that's still what really attracts me to this book. And with Namor the Submariner being part of this, I'm very interested to see where this story goes from here. From there, we go to Detective Comics number 990. Yeah, this has really been suffering since the creative change. And not for the better. Obviously not for the better. They're 10 issues away from 1,000, so I wonder if they're really going to pull a big rabbit out of the hat when they get there. I know I'm going to be loyal to this book at least until issue 1,000. That much I can guarantee. Post 1,000, that remains to be seen. It's not a terrible Batman read, but it's just now that DC has raised their prices $1 and they're wanting to put books out twice a month, I'm going to have to be more choosy about what I read from that company. And I love Batman. I like getting I like having a bunch of Batman books on my pull list, but it's gotta step it up if it wants me to stay on past 1,000. But they got me for another number of months, be at least 5 more months at this rate. So yeah, we'll see what happens. From there we go to The Flash number 56, and I do really think this foil cover is kind of cool. I'm not liking the whole foil covers for the month because I've really, as I kind of stated before, I enjoy like the cover kind of being somewhat relevant, maybe just that much relevant, but I prefer the cover to actually be relevant to the story that's going on inside the book. And the problem with these covers, as cool as they are, there's no tease, there's no you don't know. I don't know, it's just something that's really appealing to me. I like it. Like, it's like the cover's like the title card to a cartoon, and I really enjoy that. But still a really cool cover here, and I've been singing the praises of the Flash and the Strength Force and everything changing in Barry's life right now. Looking forward to this book. Go to Hawkman number 5. This has been really, really a fun run so far. It's only coming out once a month, which is kind of cool, especially on the bank account. But really, Hawkman was just kind of an kind of character, but this story has been solid so far, and it's really made me care about Hawkman, which that's a good story if it can take a character that you normally don't really care too much for and make you actually really care about he or she, or make you really care about when the book comes out. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to checking this out and just keeping it up because Hawkman's been one of my favorite books since I put it on my pull list. Much like Terrifics and stuff, it's really made me care about kind of the I really don't want to knock them by saying lower level DC heroes, but they are kind of lower level DC heroes. So Hawkman number 5. From there, we go to Superman number 4. Brian Michael Bendis has, he's writing all of Superman, and I mentioned, at least over on last issue that he's really kind of, he's got Superman's voice down, and I really think he's really writing this character very, very well, and I really, really like it. Hopefully he keeps it up. So yeah. Superman by Bendis. And then finally, we have Titans number 27. And this one, after reading Nightwing, has really got me more excited to read, because with the changes that they're doing in Nightwing's own story, I'm wondering how that's going to bleed over into the Titans. I wonder if it's going to be, if we're still going to have, at least for the sake of this story, Dick as he is, as Nightwing, leading the Titans group, or if he's going to go away in this book to kind of reflect the story that's being told in his solo book. So, really much more interested now. I enjoyed the book, but I'm significantly more interested after finishing Nightwing from last week. Very, very interested. I think it's probably not going to start in this issue, but at least my questions have been raised for what's going to happen with this title, with a potential status quo change for a major character in it. But that is pretty much it for this week. Let me know what you picked up from your local comic shop in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, and I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so there are other ones that are much, much better than this one. But if you did enjoy it, please give it a like, a share, subscribe for more content, check out other videos, and for more content, go like the Facebook page at facebook.com/athleticgeek89. Exclusive content there on the Facebook page that you won't find here on YouTube. You get my collection comic of the week every Thursday, and starting this Sunday, you will get my wrap-up and feelings on all things in the DC CW universe, at least with the shows that I'm able to watch, so be on the lookout for that. Also, movie reviews. My review for the Venom movie that I alluded to last week is up. Check that out. That is exclusive to the Facebook page, and yeah, stay tuned to the channel for content not just from the world of comics, but from the world of gaming, pro wrestling, anime, and all things geek culture. But other than that, now, y'all be cool. Later.